This is Streets of Red. This is a game I've played for quite a while now, and I've decided to do a quick review because I think I've played enough of this game to recommend it. And trust me, I have played a hell of a lot of this game, and I will be live streaming this game sometime in the future, and I'll continue to live stream it because it's such a fun game. Replayability in this game is totally off the charts because it's just a humorous and fun game to play, either on your own or with a pal. You know, it's really out there, one of the best little retro side-scrolling beat-em-ups or action games that I've played in the genre. And I've played Ghouls and Ghosts, which is a tough game, and this little guy resembles Arthur, which I thought was quite hilarious. The armour just looks kind of spot on. It's got a lot of nods to the 80s and pop culture, and it's such a fun little game. It's amazing on the Switch. It plays and runs smoothly. It's easy to follow and play. The tutorial mode is very well thought out and helps you play the game a lot better. You can try combos and chains, and that helps with destroying enemies, and you use that to refill your SP bar. When you fill your SP bar, you can do a special move, which is more powerful than your basic moves. The button combinations are very simplistic. There's no Mortal Kombat multi-button presses and chains that you have to remember. There's none of that. It's simplistic and it's just designed for fun. The game itself runs relatively smooth. I mean, I had no hiccups, no crashes, nothing. It was just perfect all the way through, and it was a joy to play. Handheld or docked. I prefer docked because obviously I'm streaming the game and I was enjoying playing it, and the people who came to check it out were really impressed by the game. I think it goes to show that even these small games can have their own little charm, and it's just full of a hell of a lot of humour. I found myself laughing when the big man himself, Jim Sterling, turned up in the game. I was surprised. It's his voice as well. You know, thank God for me. It's full of nice little touches, and it's replayable as well. Mainly because it's got branches off from the main path, because there's 4 stages, and you don't play all the stages. There's few that you miss out because you take a different route. And it's good to try different characters too. It encourages that with the extra 2 that you can unlock for completing the game. The enemies are creative as well. A couple are generic, but it's not to be too surprised. But it does add enough freshness and new little touches to this genre that are really welcome. And most of all, it's got its, it's got its tongue firmly in its cheek. It's just a well thought out game. Playing the game is pretty easy, but it's just the enemies in the game really give you a bit of a challenge. Depending on what character you select, you will find the enemies either easy or a little bit more cumbersome, because your special moves have a certain range and your strikes have a range, so you have to really place those shots quite directly. Really, you can find yourself easily outnumbered by the enemy. But of course, it's all about the enemies, and the enemies in this game are really well done. Tributes to The Fly, Aliens, and Terminator, of course, with Jim Sterling, are all evident, and it's just a nice little touch. The variety of enemies too are never dull or boring. They're very clever. The obligatory fat guy with the shirtless top. You've got a pregnant woman that throws babies, which is really strange, but it's just one of those things. A blob monster that, when they land on you, it makes your controls go in reverse, so instead of going forward, you go backward, which is a nice little touch. It's really annoying, but I think it's quite clever. It's just something unique in this game. It's just the style of it, really, just the way it's all planned out. The levels are interesting as well. A lift, a school bus. What also helps make this game a little more interesting than an average street brawler is the enemies. The enemies are really unique. Of course, I said how pretty cool they are, but they just really amplify the game a bit more and just make it a little bit different. It has a little bit of originality and fun. Also, the upgrades that you get in the game. As soon as you beat a boss, you'll get a one-time upgrade, and just select pirates. That's the one I always used to try and look out for. All your upgrades are free, and that'll save you a lot of gold, because obviously to progress in the game you have to kill the enemies, collect the gold, collect the food as well to stay alive, to get your SP up. Now when you finally beat the game, you'll be given a nice little surprise. It's an end game, whether it's trying to hint towards a sequel, I wasn't too sure. Of course, upgrades were one of the most fun parts of the game, apart from the fact that each character has their own little perks and little tweaks when it comes to attacking the enemy. Obviously the ranged attacks are something you get used to. Now when you meet the alien, the little red dude there, he'll give you an option and just tell you what you got to do, and of course he explains why the zombie outbreak happened, and the downside is all that gold that you may not have squirreled away, you wish you had squirreled away, because you have to pay to basically win the game $6,666, and if you don't have enough money, it's game over. And of course, being a permadeath game, you're dead and you don't have to start the game again. Replayability in an annoying way, but that's the only major gripe I have with the game, is the permadeath. I've never been a big fan of it. I play games like Brutal, which has permadeath, and that's probably one of the most annoying things about that game, because the permadeath just takes away from the enjoyment of the game. Because obviously when you die, that's it, game over, you know. You have to pay in that game too to continue, to buy souls, to buy lives, and in this you have to pay to have a resurrection coin, and that'll spawn you back into the game. Run out of coins and it's definitely permadeath and game over. Playing the last boss is a lot of fun as well, obviously a nod to Aliens, and you attack the laboratory where this alien boss is, and you have to kill it, and once you've killed it, you meet the little red alien, and he'll give you the option to buy the secret to win the game, or of course have to restart again, which unfortunately happened to me. All in all, the final boss battle was fun. Again, as I said, this is a real obvious nod to Aliens. It's a really good fun game, and in closing I have to recommend it highly. I've played a lot of hours of this. I've completed the game 3 times now, and I'm going to do a 4th run. I will lock the last 2 characters as well, and I'll be showing footage of that, and you'll have to really check out that when it's uploaded. Again, this game is definitely highly recommended, and instead of the usual scripted crap, I'm sorry I've waffled on, but I just like to speak from the heart and say this is a genuine classic game for the Switch, and it's a must have, a must buy, and it should be in your collection.